Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tales. No, not Tales from the Omniverse. Oh my, that's a whole different show. This is the
Oh,
Omniverse
goodness.
Chronicles.
Never mind, let's start over.
The OC?
Episode, yep,
The
turn it off.
OC.
Just turn it off. We'll see.
Start
We'll
over.
see. We'll see you next week. We are here
Amateurs.
for episode 3 of iHunt. Filamena is. I love having her here so much. We don't really have anything to talk about, so I'm just going to hand it right over to Filamena as we start.
All right, fantastic. So, everybody, welcome back to sunny San Gennaro, California, the imaginary city that is definitely not LA. I don't know where you got that idea. And we are joining our cast of characters as they are locked down in a abandoned hospital, surrounded by the shambling dead who are full of, content warning, worms, and they are in a lot of trouble. In fact, you could argue that, it's a little bit over their heads. But before we jump right into the action there, I wanted to take a moment to review last week's episode by way of our selfies. And if you haven't played iHunt or you forget from last time, iHunt, the way that we keep track of the events that have happened and the sort of the character evolution, with each episode we chart a selfie or something that was really cool that really happened, and then later characters can harken back to those selfies for little boosts here and there. So anybody want to leap on, tell me what their selfie is from last week, and give us a little bit around the selfie too.
I ripped out my headphone by accident, and then the sound came through my speaker.
Megan is ready.
I'm so ready. I love my selfie. I've been thinking about it all week, and I'm just like, it was such a great moment. So sorry. I can go first.
Yeah, please.
Mine is definitely going to be filling my shoes with sand and swinging them over my head to help take down the vampire that we were chasing and free our werewolf friend.
Very, very cool. How did that go?
It went well. We totally saved the day. Kim did some great machete action, and
I got buried.
Yeah, it was great. We got paid. It was excellent.
We
did.
Well, see, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
All right. Very, very good. Who wants to go next?
Sure. I'm calling my selfie from last week coping mechanism. And the selfie is with a look of horror on my face as I'm learning about these disgusting worm creature things inside of a person. And I have a Twizzler in my mouth. With that idea being that hopefully, even in a horrible, gross, tense, disgusting situation, I can do something to center myself so that I don't hurl.
How'd that work out?
So far, okay.
Okay.
It was a near thing.
So no hurling yet.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Rev, do you want to go?
Yeah. So I think my selfie is just pretty close up and just energy building up, like kind of like crackling eyes and stuff. And it is the moment when I used magic against the vampire to give Kim another opening. And I think it's called One with the Force.
Very nice. Very, very good. And I feel like we need like a drum roll or like a real dramatic cut to Kim. Kim, what's your selfie?
So my selfie was our team was infiltrating the hospital in order to find research to try to cure Jim, who had gotten bit by a zombie, and we're like, oh, this is very important. Must find this research. And then I made too much noise, and then I got bit. So now we have an extra incentive to really find this cure. So, yeah, my selfie is just this bites.
Perfect. Very good. Very, very good. All right, so we have a rough idea of where we are, but I'll give you a more specific description just to kind of get things rolling. You are in a long abandoned wing of an abandoned hospital. That is to say, the wing had been sealed off decades before the actual hospital closed. And as a result, the sort of nurses' station is degraded. All of the paperwork is mostly fallen into moldering. The stink inside is very evident. There's a lot of like not just bodily waste, but like medical waste, which is a whole nother level of gross. So sorry. And everything is like dusty because there's been a lot of like particulates that have settled everywhere. And don't try to think too deeply about what that dust actually is, or really what any dust actually is, if you have any concept of that.
That's fair. Yeah.
And and once everybody's done with the stream, go dust your apartment because you probably need it. So with that said, I'm going to kind of give you guys a general layout of what's going on here. And I'm going to give you guys a countdown. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you have 5 rolls to get out of here in enough time to help out Big Jim. Okay. You have 7 rolls to get out of here in time to help Kim.
Guys.
Okay. So then to kind of pull back a little bit to let you know what's going on, there are at least 3 groups of shambling dead still moving around. And do remember the contract was to wipe them out. You also still have to find wherever the doctor was doing his research and gather enough information that will be useful for Kim's friend to undo the damage that may already have been done. So, how do we want to manage this?
So, who feels like they could stealth or defend themselves best if they went off to find the research, while the other 3 of us made a lot of noise and attracted the shambling dead to destroy them?
Oh,
I could
boy.
probably do it magically, but it would exhaust me in a big way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm the only person who has got like some fighting stats, but also I'm not doing super great right now.
But you can't get reinfected.
That's true. On the plus side, I can't get any more bit than I already am.
Oh, you can get more bit.
Tass, I'm not having this discussion with you right now.
Just because of the amount of body
Tass,
space and
Tass.
Can I use no stuff? Can I use no stuff to generate the reality into the world for these worm monsters that once you are bit, they leave you alone because they think you're one of them?
Perfect. Done.
So Kim, go get the research stuff. They won't bother you.
Okay. Yes. All right. Yes, I will do this.
You got this.
I mean,
okay.
Could we all just get bit? And then we could just...
I really don't recommend
we all
it.
just get bit.
I'm just saying, if that's all it takes, and then we don't have to worry about making our way through here, we can get the information, get the cure.
Can we all just get bit? That is not a thing I thought anybody would suggest, I gotta say. I love it.
We don't have any idea how long it would take to like generate a cure.
That's true. We are just hoping that this is all gonna work out. So
yeah.
Sorry, Kim.
I have to be perfectly honest, y'all. The more that you guys are talking about this, the more I'm starting to freak out a little bit.
Okay, never mind. We'll go do our thing and try not to get bit, and then you just go get the information. Just keep in touch if you need any help with anything. But we're gonna try and take him out, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then let me start here with like an investigation type role. Kim, tell me how are you looking for where this doctor would be and where his stuff would be hidden or held, I guess.
I guess I'm just like sort of trying to look for any signage around here to see if I can find some offices or some like records rooms or things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then why don't you give me, like I said, an investigator role or similar if you can justify it.
Sure. Okay. That's a 3.
That's a 3. That's a nice roll. Okay. It's not with style, but it's very good. You can absolutely let's put an aspect on the board that's just good signage.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Nice.
And that'll have 1 invoke on it that anybody can grab later. But yeah, I mean, this wing definitely seems like it was kind of dedicated to this one particular surgeon. Why, maybe he had enough money to throw around, it's hard to say, but like it's named after him, and it's, seems like all roads kind of lead towards his very luxurious office at the end of the wing.
Okay. Do I have any invokes on good signage, or is that just an aspect?
1. Yep, you get 1.
Awesome. Okay, then I guess I'm just following the signs.
All right, you're headed in the right direction. Let me move back to the other group. Y'all, so that's 1 roll. 1 of 5 or 7. It's fine. You'll be fine. Everything is fine.
Probably.
I can always get my twin sister to come in and play next week, so I'll be like I never left.
It'll be perfect.
Oh,
Sure.
no.
I won't kill you unless you want to.
No.
It'll definitely be a zombie state. It'll be fine. So, my other group here. What are you guys doing with the shambling dead?
I think what we got to do here is make sure that we're hitting these, because there's a few more little groups. If we need to take them all out, try to either draw one away from the rest so that they don't swarm, or specifically kind of do this sneaky sneak so that we are hitting one of the groups when it's as far away from the others as possible. Like we just gotta, I don't know. I feel like we gotta ambush them somehow, because we know that they respond to sound. So if one of the groups is close enough to hear, we're going to get to try Megan's suggestion.
Everybody gets bit. Cool. Does anybody have gorilla in this group?
I have a little bit.
You have a little bit.
Before we enact that plan,
Yeah.
Player-wise, if we try to take these groups out one at a time, we're certainly going to go over the number of rolls we have left to save everyone. Because if there's like 3 per group and each of us has to roll an attack, that's 9 rolls.
I will probably treat each group as a pass-fail kind of situation.
Okay.
But yeah.
What if we try to make a lot of sound in one place, draw them all to one place, and then set them on fire? Because we know that that'll do it. And then we got these really great fire extinguishers that I souped up. We could probably put it out pretty quick before it does damage to the whole building.
And I mean, these floors are bad already. Like this place has unsolid floors. If you could group them up, I could try to blast the floor, like after they're on fire, so they fall and take that damage too, and then put them out.
I don't hate that.
No, I like that a lot. All right. So you guys have got a basic plan of action. Again, I'm kind of leaning towards, because this is a very tactical plan here. So why don't you give me like a guerrilla roll to just kind of see how you can set that up, and we'll give you an aspect to go along with that. So somebody create an advantage with guerrilla for me.
I have a little bit. I don't know if anybody felt like they wanted to lead the charge on that, but I'm happy to.
I have an idea of how to maybe draw them somewhere, but I don't have gorilla or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll go. Go ahead.
Don't quite roll yet, because let me go ahead and show you how a group roll works sometimes. So that means there's going to be somebody who's doing the anchoring, probably you, because you have the skill. Okay. For the other 2 players here, you're going to make a roll based on what you're doing, your part of the plan. And your successes will add dice for Tass. But if you whiff it, those are going to detract dice from Tass. Okay. But I don't think you're going to whiff it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to need y'all to sound a lot more confident, please.
I like to know my history. It works against me, so...
And these do not count towards the countdown, because it's all 1 roll technically.
Okay. So do I start?
No, they roll first, and then you add or subtract based on how they do.
I see. I got it. I got you. Cool.
So what was your idea on how to attract them, Megan?
I feel like we should find a room that could that has kind of like the bad floor that we could get them all into. And I'm thinking if I can make like something where I find like loose nails and things around this place to kind of make like a sound grenade almost. And if we could like hoist it up and like tie it to like a light fixture or something, and then we get out of that room and then drop it, it would make enough noise to like draw them all together into that space. But we don't have to be in that space ourselves.
Yeah, if we think we can find what we need, yeah, shit, I'm in.
I mean, yeah, this is a hospital. It was a pretty quickly abandoned hospital, so there's a lot of equipment lying around.
Okay. I know this sounds like I'm trying to remove myself from danger. I know overall not, but I think what I am doing in this then is kind of putting myself ahead of the group a little bit just to watch and listen while they grab what they need and get it set up, so that if the groups are crisscrossing, getting close, I can kind of be the watcher, to make sure that we're moving how we need to when we need to.
I like that. Rev, what are you doing?
So and this is in the plan to get them there, not necessarily the full knock them down, set them on fire. So I think it would be I think I would probably invoke like Jack of all trades. I have done a lot of carpentry work to find the best room to do this in.
All right.
Nice.
Very, very good. All right, so why don't you give me the 2 prep rolls, and then we'll see how Tass does as the anchor.
Would this probably be investigate for that? Okay. So
Kim, you're stressing me out.
You guys are very quiet right now while you're doing math.
so that'd be a 6 with the fate point that I spent.
Ooh, very
nice.
pretty. So you have 6 extra dice, or plus 6 to your.
Oh, plus. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do maker for this. I think I'm getting like I'm finding some of the like the curtains that they use to like divide areas, and I'm like putting those together and just filling it with like just random things that I can find that would heavy metal things that would knock against each other and make a lot of noise, and I'm tying them up like very securely so that we can hoist it up and get it pulled out of the way without making any noise beforehand.
Nice.
Okay. 6.
Oh my
All right.
god, you guys.
All right. So I have made an error, and I want to let you guys know that I have made an error. I am admitting it. Okay. The successes that you guys make, any success on this is a +1 to the roll, not a +6. But because you guys succeeded with style, I'm happy to give you guys both +2.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to panic everybody, get y'all too excited.
No, that's superb.
It's still +4.
Yeah, so it's still +4.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and roll them bones.
Let's do this.
What is your gorilla stat, Tass?
I don't want to talk about it. It's a number.
Okay.
It's a number that is
that's good.
above 0.
That's very good.
It's better than mine.
So
Gorilla stat is a great phrase. I don't know for what, but
that's a different spelling, I think.
It's going to be very important in Godzilla versus Kong coming up here. So.
Yeah, your gorilla stat. That's fair.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
That is a 4 plus my number, which is a 5. So 5 plus their 4 is a 9.
That's a 9. That's a success with style. So go ahead and create an aspect for like the perfect trap or what have you, and give it to 2 invokes.
Okay. I almost forgot how to do this.
And I got to say, I've had a lot of crafty characters in the various times that I've run these games, but generally people kind of hand wave like what it is that they're building once they start building. Megan, you have given me detailed explanations of every single build, and I am very here for it.
Yes.
I'm glad. That's like my favorite part. When I was making this character, I was like, yes, I get to pick random things from around me and make them into a new thing. Perfect.
All right. Okay. So we have our trap is set. Let us see how it plays out in just one moment. Kim, how are you? You've made your way to the office.
I'm doing pretty good. I think I am. I'm looking through filing cabinets and trying to find the research that Rev told me to keep an eye out for.
Got it. Okay. I will tell you that there is one of these shambling dead just kind of standing in the office.
Great.
He's in a corner, kind of facing the wall, and he shifts a little bit from time to time, just kind of moving on his feet, but he's not going anywhere.
Great. Okay.
But he's there.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to try to do this just kind of quietly. Just kind of, just going to ignore that in my peripheral the best I can.
Got it.
I might be crying a little bit.
I imagine you just like, you make eye contact with him and you just give him a nod.
So.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
me too, man.
Yeah, I get it. Same. So, why don't you give me another investigation roll? Or again, if you have something else that's more applicable to the way your character would be searching, you can use that instead.
I feel like investigator is fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do that. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I want to use the invoke for human testing because I know what I'm looking for.
Nice.
So that's going to be that's going to be a 4.
Okay, that's a 4. All right. I am happy to say that you have created the advantage something. Records. Let's call it records.
Okay, great.
All right. So that's nothing, there's no like samples or anything physiological, but it is a lot of notes. So hopefully that's enough for your doctor friend.
Ooh,
unless you want to push it and keep looking.
Oh man.
And you are at 3 rolls.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna try to push it and find more.
All right, go ahead, please roll it.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. You know what? I think that the good signage is really helping me out so much. There's a very, very clearly labeled drawer of samples. And so so that is also a 4.
Okay, all right, you've got some gross samples.
Great, I hate it, but I also love it.
All right, and take note of these because they will be important afterwards.
Sure.
All right, so we're at 4 rolls. Okay, you can make one more roll, but if you do any rolls after that, that's it for Jim.
Oh God.
Jim. I'm so invested in Jim.
I know.
Right? Sorry,
He's so
guys.
lovely.
He was so charming.
So, who's gonna do the roll to make the trap go? No pressure.
I mean, what do we think that this is what kind of role is this gonna be?
The only thing I could justify, and I don't even know that technically works. Yeah, because academic isn't exactly like, I was thinking like the awareness to know the exact moment that this would be the best,
Like
the
super duper
best
good
trigger
timing or
moment.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know that academic isn't exactly the right.
Can we do grifter? Like we're pulling one over on them?
Pulling one over on me, the director. Yeah.
The things.
God.
Investigate maybe.
Maybe I would. Okay, so I would take academics, but it's a little weak.
Yeah.
Maker would be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, if you were going to go with the plan of like you're going to then sort of psychic blast the thing afterwards,
Mhm.
you could justify a cult.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on who's willing to throw those bones.
Yeah, I do get a +2 when I use magic because I have to take damage on that, but I do get a +2 to
Oh.
the roll.
I think that's the most solid choice so far.
Yeah. Otherwise, I
Okay.
mean, I'm willing to do it with Maker. So if you want to do that, cool. But
Yeah, I mean, Maker is very justified in the sense that you set this room up. You know what I mean? Like this is a
it's like a Rube Goldberg.
oh yeah, of your own design.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to have the potential like consequences, backlash there.
I mean, I could save it in case getting out doesn't go as
Right.
needed. I might be able
That's
to
fair.
buy us some space.
Let's do
Yeah.
that then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to create an advantage, and hopefully this is an all-in-one.
Okay.
All the dice go off the table.
5.
5. All right, are you tagging any
Oh.
aspects? The answer is yes.
Tag them, all of them.
Yes. What do I want to get to?
Clear the board if you want to.
Yeah,
It's fine.
do it.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
definitely the fire and brains.
Okay.
We do have Worm Trap.
Worm trap.
Trap for sure. I'll take both of them on worm trap.
Worm trap,
Oh, dang.
baby.
Sure.
Worm Trap, baby.
All right. Man. So what have we hit? What are we at?
So that was 5, and then I grabbed
11.
3 points.
Mm-hmm. So that's an 8. Just for reference, we generally use numbers because I like numbers better.
Mhm.
But Fate does use what they call a ladder, which is kind of like, arbitrary terminology that goes along with those number of successes.
Right.
So,
Is each
Look at
Trevor
me.
+1 to your roll or +2?
+2.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's a
she's up to
+6.
11.
Yeah.
An 11 is a very good roll. Okay. So a +8, for example, is considered a legendary roll.
Okay.
And we have surpassed that. So I'm very comfortable to say that because of all of your prep work and your planning and your fantastic teamwork, the trap goes off not only without a hitch, but with considerable success. The banging alerts even the shambling dead that's in the room with Kim. They come rushing because they both hear the sound and then are aware and start smelling meat, which is you guys. They come running into the room. They head towards the ground. The ground falls under them. They catch fire as they're falling. But Megan. You know how you're Midwestern nice? One of them doesn't look as dead as the others.
Ooh.
You gonna let him go? Or are you gonna take a fate point?
I think I'm gonna take that fate point.
All right. Now, again, we're at 5 rolls. So if you do any other action here, that's it for Jim.
Oh, so if I move to stop this thing,
Mm-hmm.
then no. I mean, I wouldn't sacrifice somebody we know that we can save for somebody that I'm not sure about.
Hard choice, but very well done. Very well done. Okay. All right. It's just going to be a thing that floats in the back of your mind, but it's not like a huge...
Never gonna forget it, but
No.
I mean, I can't knowingly sacrifice somebody that we've promised to help.
Beautiful. All right. Okay. So with that, you guys can make a clear path out the door with the research that Kim has stolen quite well. And you guys return back to your various and sundry allies and accomplices. It is possible for Diane, I think is the name you said? The doctor?
Bina.
Dina,
Bina is
thank
my
you.
doctor, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Dina is very impressed with the material that you brought her. She's less impressed with the bite wound that you have, but but she's that puts her in a high gear. And so what we're going to do for this is I'm going to show you because you have a consequence. Consequences sit on your character sheet basically for a season. And we're not going to do like that kind of season shift because this is only an 8-game arc, but I'm going to demonstrate how this works.
Okay.
So right now your aspect implies the condition implies that you have a big, gross, icky wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to roll to kind of heal that wound. And if we're successful at that, you can change the name of the aspect to reflect that, like, it's in the process of healing. It's not quite as bad as it was fresh.
Okay.
Okay. And I am going to, because you created Dina, so she's got a 4 to her skills.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, she's got
Okay.
a 4 in medic, or whatever the appropriate skill would be.
Very good. And I'm going to give her also an additional +4 because of the couple of aspects that you guys managed to pull out with all of the searching.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Okay. It's okay that I rolled poorly because you guys did such a great job on the rolls. So she has succeeded. You're going to be okay. The aspect, you can now change it to something that reflects its healing.
Okay.
And Jim is going to pull through. Congratulations, guys.
Yay.
Yeah.
Can I change my aspect
choose-
to it's only a flesh wound?
Yeah, absolutely. Marie and her husband are beyond elated. They are incredibly grateful for all of the hard work that you did, particularly if you mentioned that you got bit. They are over the moon that you were willing to take that risk for not just them, their community, and their friend, but also their friend. And you were treated to yet another big meal if you're willing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you were enjoying this wonderful meal, you get kind of a, let's see, how about Tass?
Hi.
Hi. So you're kind of minding your own business, eating and enjoying things, and you get there's a flicker. You catch just a flicker of light to the corner of your eye, and it's just a thing that happens. And when you look, it briefly looks like there's like a tracking problem, but it's in your vision. So it's just for a second. And as your eyes kind of like refocus for just a split second after that, you see that there is a couple of kids, and they are standing around and they are discussing something. They're very heated in their discussion. These are young kids, 6 or 7, maybe 8 years old. And they've got something that they're showing between the group of them, but they don't know what it is.
I'm gonna go look at it.
All right, very cool.
Hey, what you
hi.
got? What you got there? Seems like there's no reason to fight. There's good food and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We just I don't know, what is this? And he holds out to you a VHS tape.
Oh no.
Oh, that hurts. It hurts. This is it's called a movie box, and this is what we used to watch movies on.
One of the kids tries to hold it up, putting the little white parts that you wind. He tries to put them up to his eyes to see if he can see anything.
Kinda. You have to put on those red and blue glasses first before you do that. You don't have all the pieces yet, kid. Yeah, we'll have to get you some. What is it? Can I see it?
Yeah, here. I mean, it's junk. We don't need it. And he hands it over.
Crimes. Yeah, I want to look over and see what tape I just got.
So it's it looks like it's it's got some internal a very specific sticker of some studio. And it was clearly sent to some small access channel. So for anybody who doesn't know how this works with television, sometimes before they release a television show, they will do a couple of episodes in a test market, which is like a smaller area, a smaller region, a smaller neighborhood, to kind of see how that neighborhood responds. And in San Gennaro, a lot of those tests actually end up happening because it's convenient. It's local to a lot of the television production. So the name of the show is not visible, but by the rest of the markings, you can tell that this was some kind of children's television show from quite a while ago, and this is an original VHS tape of some test episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I bring it back over to the group.
All right, cool.
Look at this. I think this is like a pilot TV show test tape.
Oh,
of
neat.
something.
really?
What are we watching?
I love those things. Do you remember? Do you ever hear about how Tim Burton made like a Hansel and Gretel that was like super spooky, and then it only got shown on like public access once, and then it got cut?
No.
Yeah.
What?
I love this stuff.
What if this is that?
Does it say? What are we watching?
No, it doesn't say what it is.
Oh, does any of us have a VHS player?
I mean, I didn't bring one out here.
I mean, certainly we can find a pawn shop or
Oh
something.
yeah, I'm sure we could
Yeah,
go
that's
to like
true.
a Goodwill or something and like go.
I'll
find
just
one
look on
probably.
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
Someone's
There-
helping.
okay, that's a great idea.
There
Yeah.
might be one in the hospital. I mean, it was abandoned a while ago.
We're not going back there, Rev.
We're not
Oh,
going
fair.
back there.
Okay.
All right, very, very good. So you guys you'll need a little time to do a little investigating to find a VHS player because we're all old. So let's see. Why don't you, if you don't mind, moving the jam board to page 2?
Sure.
Oh, it's our
Man.
home.
Oh, look at
Welcome,
us.
welcome home. Welcome home, everybody.
Look at
I
us.
found one for
2 years ago, and I
$55.
could have legitimately said that I had a VHS player too.
Just a couple of years ago, I did a show where I had to teach the actress that was playing my daughter how to use a rotary phone.
Oh
Oh
no!
my god.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Uh,
We're all old and it gets well, so okay, it's worth mentioning just for sake of things. Wednesday is my birthday, and I will officially be 40 years old. So like it's a
Hey,
big number.
congrats.
a lot of,
Yeah, I
a lot
made
of
it that
Pisces in this
far.
chat.
Chat,
Yeah,
can we please
Fish
get
gang!
some
Fish
nice
gang.
birthday wishes for Filamena and also Rev, who celebrated birthday last week.
Yeah. And that also happens to be St. Patrick's Day, which is not at all the reason that I'm wearing this shirt or have anything to do with the job that comes up on your phone, on your app,
Oh,
just as you guys are kind of hanging out in your place.
Okay.
Okay.
oh. Guys, I think someone's having a laugh at us.
It's me.
All right. So this one says, "Is my ex a leprechaun?" Go with me on this one. We broke up on bad terms, and I feel like shit about it. But I know he was lying to me. Can you prove once and for all that he was actually some kind of Irish magic thing? What do we think?
Interesting.
I don't have leprechaun on my list. I have not made that check mark. I want it. I
You
want
want
it.
to go?
want
You
it.
want to go to there? We want to.
I
see a
want to go
leprechaun?
to there.
Okay.
Are we supposed to be proving this or disproving this?
I mean, I think
Proving
6 to
it.
1, half a dozen of the other, but like
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
hope is that we're proving it.
If we disprove it, do we still get paid?
That's a good question to ask.
That's a really, really good question. Can I text and ask if we find out that he's not a if we have proof that he's not a leprechaun, do we still get paid?
Okay. So you text the client and
Uh-huh.
you get back, "Hi, this is her PA. So she's a little busy right now, but she said if you guys want to come meet, that she can explain in more detail if you have any specific questions." And this is all in text, so you have no idea how you can read that tone so perfectly, but that's definitely the tone.
Oh, I know. I've dealt with PAs before.
It's because she's
Um,
from San Gennaro.
Yeah, I'm from
That's
San
right.
Did
Gennaro.
she
This is
type
fine.
the question marks?
Yeah, she did.
Yes, every single one of them.
Every single
Oh,
one.
Wow. Listen, look at that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to I'm gonna write back. Okay, what's the address?
Okay. Well, they give you the address, and it's going to take you guys back up into beautiful Ava Blue
Ooh, okay.
for your meeting. And if you would like to move to screen 3, just in case we need it, that would be cool. Okay.
Oh.
All right. You have visited Ava Blue before. You actually did it for your first client, and it's beautiful. It's sunny. It's well maintained. All of the trees are lovely. All of the homes are off the road a little bit. Like, this is lifestyles of the rich and famous for certain. There is, as always, when you are in the area, a feeling of being watched, whether it's private security, the police who have nothing better to do but hang around and watch for no good people, But more interestingly today, as you guys approach the house, the mansion
Oh boy.
of the client, you notice a film crew.
Oh,
And you guys know film crews, so this is definitely this is quite a collection of real professionals.
Are any of them wearing like anything that says what they're the crew for, like a shirt or a hat or anything?
No, and in fact, if anything, a lot of their markers and that sort of thing seem to be like NDA compliant.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
what are we thinking? Another Fast and Furious?
Probably.
Probably.
You guys have been hired by Vin Diesel. Congrats.
What?
Finally.
The dream.
Real Housewives of San Gennaro.
Vin Diesel, whose ex-boyfriend was a leprechaun, maybe. Yeah.
I want that to be canon now. Let's just put that into the universe.
That's it. This is the connection. Leprechaun, Fast and the Furious. It's Fast and the
Mm.
Furious Rainbow Road.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
That
Very
was
nice.
very good.
Thank
There's
you.
more than gold at the end of this rainbow.
Yeah. There's family.
Hollywood, get at us.
This is great with the Jason Statham lore that we have already.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I love you all so much. Yeah, so I think I'm going to I'm going to try to find a place to park, which might be a little difficult with all this film crew stuff. Yeah, let's walk on up.
Well, I'm not going to make you roll for parking because that's the equivalent of a parking scene, and we all know those are not good. So
I actually, as a longtime San Gennaro, Los Angeles resident, I have weirdly good parking luck. Can
Nice.
always find a spot, and even if I exceed my meter, I never seem to get a ticket. It's like I have the shine in that aspect.
give me some of your power.
There's also a level that we have to acknowledge that this is fantasy in some way. So yeah,
That's
you
true.
find a
That's
spot.
true.
Can't all be so realistic.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's real life, but a little sexier is basically the kind of goal we're looking for.
Love.
Speaking of sexy,
Yes.
as you guys are kind of approaching, you can see that they are like literally recording something as you are walking up. And you can see your client is standing in front of the door to her home, and she is all made up. You know, she's definitely ready for camera. And the director is like, you know, he's gesticulating because the cameras are rolling. I figure you guys are pretty good at kind of blending in with a camera crew, so nobody notices you right away. And she's standing there. Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is my home. I'm so excited that you can all join me. So if you want to come inside, I can show you around. It'll be so much fun, right? All right, great. So we'll, God, what was I supposed to say? And somebody feeds her a line. She repeats it back, but it's like, she's not much of an actress, let's say. But somebody says, oh, we'll fix it in post. And all of the cameras start like shutting down and that sort of thing. And literally all of these people seem to be here for like that 3 or 4 sentence introduction.
Huh. Okay. Has anyone approached us asking us to sign waivers?
No.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I'll go on in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
As you kind of get a little bit closer, a PA type, you know, a younger woman of less means kind of swoops up to you, kind of identifying immediately that you must be here for a reason. She's like, oh, great. So you're here to talk to Nicole. I hope you guys are all cool. You're not supposed to tell anybody about what's going on here, but we know how the app works. So we know it's all pretty hush hush. So that's cool. Can I get you guys any sparkling water or maybe some LaCroix?
No. I'm good.
She does not seem to know what to do with that answer.
Sparkling
just
water
like,
would be great.
Okay, great. I'll be right back with that. If you guys just want to go in along this side entrance here, you can meet Kim and I'll show you. You can sit down in here. It'll be great. And I'll go get some sparkling waters. And like in the kind of like a dizzying hurry, you are led into a small sitting room. Small for the size of the house, I should say. And the PA, the nameless PA, vanishes in a puff of, I have too much work to do.
On our way in past like the production crew, are there any
Yeah.
like shot lists or scripts and clipboards like laying
Nice.
around that I could pick up?
Sure. I love that. So absolutely, yeah.
I just want to kind of get a vibe of like what exactly it is she's involved in that they're filming.
All right, well, why don't you give me, like, let's say an overcome roll just to kind of see how quickly you can get that information together.
Okay. Okay, so how do the overcome rolls work again? Do I add a stat to that, or is it just
Yep.
straight
Yeah,
up?
it's dice and a stat, and if you want to call on any aspects, you can do that.
Okay. Then
Thanks for making noise.
so I rolled a 1. And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I will add I'm trying to think here. I guess maybe grifter, because I'm pretending like I may be part of this production crew. And I would like
Sure.
to also invoke my we won't fix it in post aspect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Of,
Very, very good.
of making sure like I'm involved in the pre-production and actual production aspects of
Okay.
things. So I'm pretty good at blending in at looking at a shot list like I'm supposed to be.
Okay. All right. So the weirdest thing that you pick up on immediately is that this is not for a television channel. This is for a YouTube channel. And this is a very big crew for a YouTube channel. So it looks like it's basically like if a lifestyle vlogger had infinite money and time to make themselves look like a professional, like at a high level. There's a couple of examples of these people like Supreme. I can't think of any of the others off the top of my head, but it's a lifestyle blogger who's decided to throw a lot of money at like kicking it up a real high level.
Right.
And from the kind of dialogue that you see that's presented there, she's just starting. She didn't like build a platform and then, take it to this level. It looks like she's just starting cold.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, and then kind of the door flies open and Nicole waltzes in like she does literally own the place, so that makes sense. But she's got a presence to her. There's a lot of energy around her, I would say. She draws attention in her direction as soon as she walks in. So I assume, Kim, you hate her.
A little bit.
Yeah. And she kind of like she scans the group of you, and then kind of like you can almost see like she's making a mental checklist of her opinions of you based entirely on one glance. And she does focus in on Kim for just a second. She gives Kim a very like I don't know, if sharks could smile, it would be something like that. And then she kind of nods to you. So, great. You're here to handle this little problem of mine. I'm so excited. So tell me a little bit about yourselves. What is it you do? What sort of experience do you have in this field?
She had worms recently.
Tass?
What? No, like
I stomp on his foot.
That laugh happens in the game. Like I just because there's no way we didn't see that look that she gave Kim.
Yep.
And then for Tess to say she has worms.
The woman's
because of
eyebrow.
it's not
the
like
woman's
a
eyebrow. Go ahead, Tess.
well with it because it's undead, and there's just a symptom, and then I got buried by a werewolf.
I'm such a
A
badass.
lot. We got a lot.
I got bit by a hungry dead, and then I found the cure, and now it's fixed. So we're professionals.
Better. You did better. Yeah.
We're that good.
So
I got bit and still got the job done.
there you go. So as he delivered his explanation, her eyebrow shoots up so fast that you're a little bit worried that like the forehead situation will just kind of snap off because there's been that much work done up there. Like her face then settles back into a blank, appropriate for camera kind of expression. And she nods and she's, well, that's good. I mean, I don't anticipate that he's going to do any biting, but so basically we were dating for quite a while. He came over with me, over the pond when I decided that I was going to set up this whole thing. And I don't know, he just didn't really acclimate to California very well. It's too hot, he said, always too hot. And then, well, I started to get an idea that maybe he wasn't what he said he was. And there were a lot of debate about it. And I'm just concerned that he's been hiding money and wealth and power from me, which, you can understand why I'm not thrilled about it. But anyway, and she does not stop long enough for you guys to get a word in. He had this thing that he left here when he left, but he didn't take it with him. So I was wondering if not only could you find out for sure if he's one of the fair folk, and if he is or not, could you please return this to him? It's very important. And she gives you, she kind of holds out an envelope that there's clearly something inside.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
So, can I ask what specifically, like specifically again, makes you think leprechaun?
Well, maybe I just know these things, obviously.
So, please.
I want to look inside the envelope. What's in the envelope?
It's a simple silver chain with a small Celtic cross on it.
I'm gonna show it to Tass and say, does this seem familiar to you at all? I don't know if you've seen like a movie or any. I don't know, man.
I don't. I'll take a closer look as we go.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'll say to her, you just know these things? That's fascinating. I've not been able to do anything like that. I really kind of need things spelled out for me. I mean, would you be willing to, break it down a little bit for somebody who doesn't really have that sort of gift?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you either have it or you haven't, right? There's really nothing you can do about it. Sometimes it's just breeding, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
what can you do?
Definitely.
So I don't know. I mean, I am from London, which is, of course, a lot more fun than San Gennaro, but that's neither here nor there. And, we live very closely with the fair folk in certain circles, and generally speaking, you get an idea pretty quickly if somebody's a little on the Fae side, you know what I mean? And I don't know, he just had some of the telltale things, let's see, he was very into shoes,
Okay.
Sometimes if there was like powder spilled on the ground, like flour or whatever, he doesn't leave footprints. So I don't know.
Well, that's an interesting one. Doesn't leave footprints.
Doesn't leave. That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I like that.
I think that as she is spelling this out to Megan, we see real time that I do that Stewie Griffin head turn to Megan, just the what is this? And you want proof that he is. What would justify to you proof that he's not?
Well, I guess, if you could prove that he's something else, sure. But I'm pretty sure he's a leprechaun.
Okay. Or even more so, you're pretty sure that he's something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's definitely something. But whatever
Okay.
it is, he's been lying to me.
Okay.
Isn't everybody something?
No, honey, you're disastrously human.
That's not something? I don't understand.
Are you not?
I'm sorry?
Are you not human?
No, I'm human, but I'm just saying I'm human and he's disastrously human. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
that's
definitely.
okay. No, I get that. Totally.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah.
No, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I hold out the clipboard. I see that you're, kind of getting leg up on a platform here to, I guess, get your brand out there, or what is it exactly that you're trying to promote here?
Well, me, obviously. I mean, look at me.
What specifically are you trying to offer people?
It doesn't look like it quite computes what you're asking, and she takes a minute. Well, I mean, there's gonna be the t-shirt brand, of course, and then we're gonna move into some more like couture, but that's down the road.
Right.
There's a good quality of merch that I think is going to ultimately come out with my branding on it. But what I'm offering is lifestyle. You see, everybody who's not rich wants to be rich, and that's why they're willing to watch us show off what we've got.
Definitely would
Yeah.
absolutely work on me. Well, how did you decide to get into this? It kind of seems like I don't know, maybe it was a spur of the moment decision.
No, I have a videographer who's a friend of mine, and he does these really incredible productions. I mean, they are lit. And I don't know, I loved his work for a while, and I thought, why not me? You know?
Wonderful. Actually, I work in production as well. I mean, could you give me his name? I'd love to look into him. I'm always looking for more inspiration, and if he's as good as you say he is, it definitely seems like somebody I should be looking up to.
Sure, his name's Ben something, and she gives you a last name, but I don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, before we go, so your ex, I didn't catch his name, and do you know where he might be? Has he moved recently? Is he still live in the same place he was at when you were dating him?
Well, he came here with me. He was living in the manor, but you know, after he took off, he kind of he's laying low, you know? Ewan. His name was Ewan.
Ewan. Okay.
Hmm.
And
Does he
did
have any-
Ewan,
sorry,
did he work? Did he have any places he liked to hang out when he was here?
Oh, I
Other
don't know.
side of long, colorful bridges.
No, not that I know of. But I kind of let him, you know, I wasn't keeping him on a leash. He lived his life. As long as he was here when I needed him to be here, I didn't really worry about what he was doing.
Do you know if he had any close friends that he made while he was here?
No idea.
Mhm.
Any social media?
No. That is weird,
Oh.
isn't it?
That's a little
Yeah,
weird.
he's like a leprechaun or something for sure.
But a lot of the fair folk do avoid that sort of thing because, you know,
Yeah.
the glamoury fades over the camera. They
Yeah,
look
and
like one thing to you and I, they look like something else to the camera.
right.
Well,
and like
that's
technology. Oh yeah.
You and you never took any pictures together or any videos? Did you notice
Well.
signs of a glamour?
I'll be honest with you, he had a beard and I didn't much care for it,
Oh, I get
so
that.
I didn't really let him be on the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Say no more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need a shower after this scene.
Yeah. I guess it's time to hit the old dusty trail.
Did you have anything else you needed or whatever?
Yeah, when does your show premiere, your channel premiere?
I don't know. I'm told it's going to be real fast, but nobody's giving me specifics because I don't really pay attention. My PA probably knows.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we will let you know what we find out, and either way, we'll make sure that Ewan gets this necklace back.
Yeah. Thank you,
All right,
Nicole.
thanks.
This was a treat.
Cannot wait to just see all of the great content you're going to be putting out. I'm sure it's going to be fascinating.
Yeah, thanks. I really think so. I think I'm really doing something very unique here. So
Absolutely.
It was so nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Great.
Wait, do you really think this is unique? Oh, you guys are leaving. All right.
Let me close the door. That
my
woman
tassel.
is awful. And also, both of your beards are beautiful. Don't let her.
Tass, I can't believe you fucking said Kim Headworms.
She asked what we'd done.
Tass.
Yeah.
Context.
Oh,
This lady doesn't need
My
context.
beautiful, beautiful man. Please never say Kim has worms ever again.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
I
say
said-
that Big Jim had worms and we cured him.
Yeah.
We did though.
Yeah, I know. So say that instead.
Say that.
Is he gonna be on the team? You guys are really putting me in the weeds on this whole situation.
No.
We want to give off the impression that we don't get damaged, that we're that good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to appear beautiful and untouchable, and that means
not filled with
and not
worms.
filled with
Dewormed.
worms.
dewormed.
Guys,
It's okay, Kim. I still love you, even if you were a worm.
I'm
still-
shaking
still
my
date
head and
you.
I'm climbing into
still-
the Subaru.
I'm giving her a big hug. I'd still date you if you were a worm. Shotgun. Oh, wait,
Damn it!
we should talk to the PA again before we leave.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, that's
Okay,
true.
yeah, if you want to catch her, that's
Yeah.
fine. Let's go.
I would love to talk to somebody that has information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah, let's do that.
Did we catch her
Oh.
name?
No.
No.
PA.
Hey, PA.
Yeah, she didn't throw it, so. But you do see her. You do see her kind of working with some crew people and jotting down notes or something.
Yeah, then I'll just grab out to her. Be like, "Hi, sorry, can I bother you for just a second?"
Hey, yeah, sure. What did you need?
So you're Nicole's PA, right?
Right.
What was your name?
Well, this week, huh?
This week. Okay. Sorry. What's your name?
Steffi.
Steffi. Hi, I'm Megan.
Yeah,
Great-
sorry,
Ugh.
Stephanie, please, Stephanie.
Stephanie. Okay, Stephanie.
Right.
Hello, I'm still Megan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so you said you're Nicole's PA this week. Is this just a temporary position? Does she go through them kind of quickly?
She goes through them so quickly that we've actually rotated in a couple of people over again, and she hasn't even noticed. But you didn't hear that from me.
Hear what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Okay, fantastic. So, do you know about this like ex-boyfriend then?
Yeah, I mean, he used to live around here. It was pretty recently that they broke up, so some of his stuff is still around. I don't know. He seemed like just a little out of his league, right?
Really? What kind of gave that impression?
I don't know. He's like I don't know, sort of like a rippling muscle proletariat type.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lumberjack, but like Irish.
Go on.
Okay.
I
go
don't know
on.
if you have those there.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So he just up and dipped, or like did they get in a fight? What happened?
Okay, so according to the last girl, and like
Uh-huh.
again, you did not hear this from me. Oh my god, did you not
No.
hear this from me? But they used to fight like screaming matches. Well, I mean, mostly it was her screaming, but like he would kind of like try to be chill about it. But like she was always accusing him of hiding money or something.
Oh.
Leprechauns do hide money.
Mm.
Okay, so did you see what he was up to when he wasn't around her? Like, I don't think it seems like she really paid that much attention to him, but like if he was hiding money, was he like meeting up with anybody? Did he have like friends that he would maybe stash stuff with?
I honestly do not know, unfortunately, because I didn't really get started here until after he left.
Okay. I mean, could you put me in touch with the other girls that have kind of worked through here? We're just trying to like track him down. So
You know what? I can give you the name of the agency, and they can probably get you to the right person.
fantastic. Oh, you are
Yeah.
so nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think I look at Kim. Anything else we could know here? I mean, you said he left some stuff here. I know we have
Yeah.
like a necklace we're supposed to give back.
Yeah, we're
but-
supposed to.
I think that was it. She was always obsessed
Oh.
with him getting that necklace back. I don't know why.
Okay.
That's weird. That's weird to me.
That is weird.
Did he wear it all the time?
I don't know. I never met him personally.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
A
Yeah,
man
maybe we'll
with
ask
like
some of the
with
other
a
girls
big
then.
obvious necklace is like
Yeah.
it's like a real choice. It's fine. You know, if it
Okay,
works
yeah.
for you, it works for you. Well, Stephanie,
Well,
this has been really, really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Hang in there, please. Good luck.
I will try. It is worth the paycheck, and that's pretty much it.
Shit.
And I mean,
yeah.
hey, if it doesn't work out like this week, your next go around, I'm sure will be better.
That's right. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, well, fantastic. Well, I mean, we'll reach out to the agency. Thank you for hooking us up with this.
All right, no problem. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
And she's, she gets swarmed by the crew who has a million other questions for her now.
All right.
Megan, you fucking
Okay.
rocked that.
It's just asking questions.
Good job.
People like to talk in production.
All right, fantastic.
All right.
So from here, you have a couple of choices. You can go hit the library and do some research. You can go back to your place and do some different kinds of research. You can split up and do those things in different places. But we're at that phase where we are doing a research montage. So what do you guys want to do to prep for finding Ewan?
What do y'all think? Should I buckle down on this necklace and see if I can find any meaning attached to it, or should I go full on leprechaun stuff?
Yeah, I feel like I think you're better at this than the rest of us in the sense of just the things you can dig up. So I feel like you looking up leprechaun stuff and the whole like doesn't leave footprints in flour and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything off the top of my head, so I could do the necklace to like research to see if it's got something on it, like to see if it is in itself is magical.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a very good idea. I feel like the necklaces are only like real lead other than the footprints thing. Since he doesn't have social media, we don't know about if he has any friends. I mean, the other thing is going to be trying to track down these other PAs and see if they noticed anything since they're a little more behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, and it seems so weird that she wants him to have it so bad. Like, this sounds wild, but like I have this story in my head where she's like, "Oh yeah, he's a leprechaun, and I've made this necklace that will catch him and make him give me like a wish or something." So I want to make sure that we're not giving him something that's cursed.
Oh.
Well, and she said if he's not a leprechaun, make sure he gets us back. I don't know if...
Yeah, she said either way.
Either way.
She said either way.
I don't really get her, like, plan here. Like...
She thinks he's hiding wealth.
She thinks he's hiding money.
She wants it, yeah.
And, like, her channel, you know, people don't... she's going from kind of 0 to 100, like, really quickly, and you can't do that cheaply. So I don't know what the story is there.
I mean, we could also look into this other videographer friend of hers that seems to have pushed this idea for this lifestyle on her.
Yeah, if one of you want to do that, then the other one could talk to the
PAs.
Old PAs, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do, babe.
Megan, you probably know how to talk to a videographer better than I can. Okay. I'll do the PAs.
An
All right. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to kind of give you guys each one action to kind of, you know, make an aspect that you can carry forward into the next bit of adventure. But I'll give you a little bit of information as we're doing those roles so that you can frame them however you like. So who is starting?
I'll jump right into leprechaun lore.
Sounds good to me. A good solid base for everybody to build on. That's perfect.
Okay.
So give me that roll.
All right. Ooh. I mean, I still got, that's my +4, so that is a 6.
That is a 6. Okay, that is with style, so you'll get 2 invokes on the aspect that you created here.
Okay.
So I didn't do a huge amount of research for this one, but I did enough, and we'll be fine. So leprechauns are, generally speaking, they are kind of solitary. They're treated as, defined by Yeats, actually, as a solitary fair folk. So that means they don't like run in groups. They don't run in herds or whatever it is. Fairies, trooping, right? Trooping fairies. The gold at the end of a rainbow is kind of a newer thing. It's not in the oldest text. That's a modern invention, largely. Originally, they were more like cobbler elves. They made shoes. They were generally on the small side, at least. That's kind of what leprechaun might mean. Although it's a vague term, so who knows specifically what it means. And the one thing that's like kind of universally true going back far enough is if you catch one, they will give you 3 wishes to be released.
Okay.
There's no clear no clear explanation as to what catching one means.
Okay.
Is there any part of that you want to? Okay, yeah, go ahead. So go ahead and make an aspect with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Rev, do you want to go?
Sure, yeah. We'll keep in this magical line first. So yeah, I think this is going to be a cult. I don't know why that needed to be said. Of course it's a cult. Well, you know what? I don't know if I can sell you on this.
Grifter.
Okay, so that's a 3. We reset our fate points at the
Ah,
end of last mystery. Is that
yes, that's right. As soon as
okay?
we finished and you guys got paid and everything like that,
Oh,
you had a
right.
big meal, your fate points are back.
Okay. So I will invoke 1 to see if I can get up to style.
Mhm.
I think like a boss that
Like a boss.
anything I do, I want to do it well enough to have people be able to come to me for help. So
Sure. I like that. Yeah. How'd you do? Sorry, in total?
5.
5. Okay, that's a very nice roll. So I'm pretty comfortable saying that, like, there's some old things. If you take some fresh water and some salt, and maybe little slivers of silver, you can kind of do a little thing that will detect it will give you a little give you some evidence that if something is magical or not,
Mhm.
or if it's been touched by certain magics. This is distinctly, and I don't want to say violently, but the ingredients used responded very strongly when you were trying to determine if it was magical or not.
Okay.
So if it's enchanted or whatever, it's very strongly enchanted.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Then I think I'm going to call up the service and start trying to talk to some previous PAs for Nicole.
Okay.
And dig up information
Okay.
about Ewan.
Yeah. Do you want to give me like a socialize or I almost said Instagram. That's not the right word.
Influencer?
Influencer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you an influencer. That's pretty good. But I want to make it extra good, so I think I'm going to invoke Tutor to the Rich and Famous. So I feel like I
nice.
can relate to these PAs because I also I get it. So that's gonna be a 7.
Okay. All right. So you get hooked up with a woman named Susan, and Susan is she's in her 40s. She's like 45 maybe. She's an African American woman, very smart, like smart as a tack. But she is like she's a professional assistant. She knows the job inside and out. She acts with efficiency. She's very, very good at her job. And the kind of grouse that you get from her immediately is that Nicole didn't want someone good at their job. Nicole wanted someone shitty at their job so that she could yell at them.
Uh-huh.
So the fact that she was so efficient and so on point drove Nicole up a wall.
Mhm.
So, like, when you kind of get through that point of things with her in the conversation, she is ready to tell all.
Spill the tea. Spill the
Right,
tea.
that's right. And she gives you. So, what specifically are you kind of asking about there?
I think really I want to know more about Nicole and Ewan's relationship, like maybe if she overheard anything, anything about leprechauns, or maybe even where I can follow up and find him.
Right. Okay. So, she tells you that, like, basically she doesn't know why Ewan put up with that woman, and she only refers to her as that woman. She doesn't say her name.
Okay.
And because she says that woman was spooky. She had some weird non-Christian stuff that I did not want to have anything to do with. And she was always talking about weird, spooky stuff. And I think that had something to do with her relationship with Ewan, but I don't know what it was. He was a nice guy. He was a very decent person, it seemed like. Kind of a loner, kind of kept to himself, but he was there for her when she needed him. So I didn't even know what the problem was. You find me a man who can cook and who will stay out of my hair the rest of the time. I don't know why anybody throw him out.
Ugh, that's the dream.
I need to move to San Gennaro.
The standards are low. They're on the floor. Okay, so she was into like occult stuff. Like what sort of things did they ever talk about, like wishes or or like, do you happen to know where I might be able to find him?
Oh, honey, I don't know. I know he was real into some people still make shoes by hand.
Yeah, cobblers.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of his thing.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Daniel
Yeah,
Day-Lewis.
oh yeah. I don't know specifically where he would have headed. And as far as the weird stuff the spooky stuff she was into, I do not go near that. I am a good Christian woman.
Okay, absolutely. Say no more.
Mm.
I'm like on the phone with her and looking over at the rest of my friends. What else should we ask? What else should we ask this lady?
I'm like covered in I'm covered in like sea salt and water. What?
Me too, but it's unrelated.
Megan has more glitter. That's the difference.
Oh no. No. Gosh, no. Okay, so did they hide anything? I'm trying to think of it because I've only heard the like one side of this conversation, so I'm like trying to think of like, okay, what has Kim said? What has Kim asked?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of what I asked of Stephanie that she didn't know. Ask her about the fights. What did they fight about?
Yeah. What did they fight about?
Oh, right. Well, he just kind of wanted to be left to his own devices. He was kind of, he was trying to do his own thing, mostly shoes, I guess was his thing. It's hard to say.
Shoemaking. Okay.
Right.
He was a sneakerhead.
Which, whatever, right? But she would just go off on him about like, well, you're lying. You're not telling me who you really are. I know you're not what you say you are. And I don't know. It was a bunch of like, I don't know what language people speak in London, but whatever the other language that she would sometimes jump into, it did not sound like anything that God wants us to be saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't happen to know any like words that may have been repeated a bunch when she
No, the weird thing was that when she would start yelling at him in that other language, sometimes my head would hurt.
Huh.
I wasn't supposed to hear it. That's all I can tell.
Would you recognize it? Ask her if she'd recognize it.
Would you recognize it? Would you recognize that language if you heard it again?
Yeah, and I would call a priest.
Fair.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is good. Thank you. Can I call you back if I have any more questions?
Yeah, I think that'd be okay.
Okay. Awesome.
She's like, please don't.
I'm not going to answer, but you can call.
Fair.
Now that I know your number.
Fair. I'll hang up. Okay. So like shoemaker? Like a shoemaker? Is that anything with leprechauns and some sort of Tass, my love, you're muted.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Shoemaker. They do that for sure. Like the real ones, like old ones. Like they're not, skipping around looking for cereal or anything. Like they're making shoes and stuff. Like that's a thing.
Okay. Yeah. So he was really into being a cobbler, I guess. And apparently
I had dessert, but that's fine.
And she was talking about how they used to fight. And Nicole would use this language, that made the PAs, she would get a headache every time she heard it.
Okay, I got nothing on that.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Oh, did I?
Maybe. You want to roll overcome for the cult?
Yeah.
I do.
Give it to me.
Do you want to beat like a 5 because it's kind of obscure?
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean I want to.
I'd love to
Let's
beat
see.
a 5.
Somebody in the chat says it's gnomish. Yeah, that's definitely it.
If I use one of the aspects one of the things I just made, that would bump me to a 6.
All right, that's enough. That's very good.
All right, I'm gonna use one.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it could be a lot of things, obviously. Like there could be actually something like legitimately supernatural going on with that. But your best guess is that there are certain magical languages, like Enochian, for example, off the top of my head, that are perceived very regularly when they're spoken as sort of blasphemous if you don't know the language. And some people do have very poor reactions to hearing sort of ancient magical languages.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so if she was hearing that stuff, it was messing with her head, then yeah, somehow Nicole is speaking in some ancient magical language.
That would make sense. This necklace is super magical. Like, I can't exactly tell what it does, but it's very magical.
Yeah,
Huh.
this lady definitely knows more than she's letting on. She's definitely playing a little like she's trying to have a front here. There's something going on beneath this. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I was thinking like if she is trying to get these wishes, she's trying to just like bump up her brand. But now I'm starting to wonder if this is a little more sinister.
Yeah, and apparently
Ooh.
the last PA said that she has a bunch of like occult stuff at her house. God, I don't know if maybe we get Stephanie to maybe try to take some pictures of that stuff so maybe we could narrow down exactly what we're dealing with.
Okay, so this is way more bizarre because if the job is to just prove if he is a leprechaun,
Uh-huh.
oh
And
man,
get the necklace back to him.
get the necklace back and like wishes. Wishes are the thing. If you catch one, don't know what this little motion I'm doing means, but catch one, they get wishes. So that might be the whole thing. But that's weird that if she knows all this shit, but doesn't know for sure if he's a leprechaun and wants us to prove it. I'm so confused.
Maybe the proving it doesn't matter. Maybe she knows, and it's just we're being paid to deliver this necklace that like rebinds him to her or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe he got away.
Oh, say we have this necklace and we're like, hey, we found you. Here's this necklace. I mean, what's to make him put it on?
For all we know, seeing it. I mean, it's big. It is huge magic. Maybe just seeing it or being near it could cause him to be enchanted. Or I mean, again, this is all spitballing. I don't know what it does, but whatever it does it heavily.
I mean, we still want to get paid, though.
I do. I really do.
But what if you get paid, though?
Well, I'm not saying, like, how can we get paid and also, like, not do this really kind of shitty thing?
I mean, if we track him down, we don't take the necklace and, like, say, hey, here's what's happening. Can you tell us about this? Because we were supposed to give you this thing and we didn't bring it because you make shoes and this and that and the other. Maybe we get paid this time in shoes and being a good person.
What if we just take a selfie with him to prove that he is a leprechaun and we say, hey, we left this thing with him. We don't actually have to like hand it to him. It's just, this is here for you if you'd like it. Bye. We walk away.
Yeah, but I mean, if she's wielding that kind of magic and she's got a bunch of occult stuff, I'm not sure that's an enemy we want to make. Like, it may be better to say we failed this job if we find out the truth than to say, yeah, we kind of half did it and have her mad at us. Like, if we say, like, if this is her magic on the necklace and we give it to him, quote unquote,
I love the scare quotes, gentlemen.
She'll know we're lying because it didn't do the thing it was supposed to do if she is in fact onto him.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know. I agree that we leave it for now. We find him, we grill him, and then depending on what we find out, if just like here's this thing in an envelope isn't going to mess with him, then we still have fulfilled it. But if he's like, nah, dog, don't give me that.
Yeah, I can't be in the same room.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still curious about her motives. I think I need to get in contact with this producer friend of hers that's setting all this stuff up yet.
Yes.
I have not done that. See if we can get any more information on if that's what this is about or if it's just a front for whatever she's really into.
Okay.
All right. So why don't you then just give me the general role of what you're doing to kind of loosen him up, and then I will give you some info, and we can have a little back and forth if it's necessary, and then you can make an aspect with it.
Oofda. Okay. So that's that. So I think this is probably the social worker since I'm just trying to like talk with this guy. So that's gonna put me at a 2.
All right. Well, that's enough to create an aspect, so you're good. You won't have to invokes on it, but that's okay. So yeah, you're able to track Ben down. He is actually on set at that moment. He does these really beautiful like he's in Palo Verde, which is like a nicer neighborhood. It's not Ava Blue nice, but it's still very nice. A lot of good shopping and that sort of thing. And it's in a big like public square that's like beautifully, Art Deco everywhere. The sort of warm sandy tan color to the roofs and to the archways and stuff. It's a beautiful location. There's a big fountain, and he has a team of like 30 dancers doing this beautiful like single shot dance number that he's like kind of recording it, and it's like, the camera is going to pass from one dancer to another. Very evocative, very 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 shishi, right? And like as soon as like you get there, right as camera kind of like cuts, and the whole team erupts joyously because everybody knows that was a really hard shot and they nailed it. And you have rarely seen a videographer or a director who is as gregarious and absolutely kind and complimentary to like every part of the crew. It's not a big crew, but like you can see him taking time to acknowledge people by name and tell them what he saw them doing well. Just a decent human being. And so as as things are kind of wrapping and he's shaking the last hand or two, the dancers are being like whisked away in their cloaks and coats because it's kind of, they're basically naked because that's how these things work with dancers. And you kind of catch his eye, so you can head on over to him.
Yeah, I'll walk right up to him. That was incredible. Was that all a single take?
That's right. Yeah. I have never worked with a dance crew that was this good. They were perfect.
It was beautiful.
Amazing.
I mean, how many takes did that take you to get it?
We could only really afford that one shot, so that was it.
One?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you and your crew. That is fantastic.
It's all the crew. It's all their work. All I can say is I pointed a camera okay,
Well, I sorry to bother you and to kind of interrupt the celebration here, but
no.
Do you mind if I just ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. I'm sorry. Are you like media or something?
No. I am actually working on something for Nicole Jones. Is that her name?
Oh, and you like the like real big grin, the real big friendly expression kind of sinks just a little bit. Like
yeah.
Yes,
that one.
Yeah.
I just
How tight's the leash she got on you?
Not tight, just
right.
Just looking to see if there's something I can help her with. I had seen that she was doing something with like a lifestyle blog thing that she's trying to get up and going, and I was looking over the shot list of the production crew at her house, and I was asking her a couple of questions, and she said you kind of got her into this.
Yeah. We kind of ran across. I studied in London for a while, and we kind of ran across each other through mutual friends. And I don't know that she was interested in my work as much as she was interested in kind of my small notoriety, my small fame, or something like that.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
She's not a bad person. I think it's worth saying she's not a bad person. She's just incredibly out of touch. It's just like she lives in a different universe that only kind of has anything to do with the rest of us.
Yes, definitely the vibe I got there. I guess I'm just kind of curious about how invested is she actually in this? I mean, you know how these people kind of throw money at these ideas without getting really invested in the actual work that goes into producing something like this. Is this something she's very passionate about, or is this going to kind of fizzle?
Nicole wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, she doesn't lose. So if she's decided that this is the thing she's doing, this is the thing she's doing.
Good to know. I mean, having run across her before and being a little bit familiar, any tips you can give me on dealing with her? Make my life a little easier?
Yeah, I don't think she I think I think she'll take pretty much any compliment you toss her way. I don't know how like deeply she believes all that stuff, but she wants it, whether she believes it or not.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, Ben, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me here. If you have any spots on your production crew that you're looking to fill,
Do you have a card?
yeah, I absolutely do. And I give them my
Yeah,
card.
I'll take a card. All right, thanks. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, she can be a little scary, okay? I don't think she's a bad person deep down, but she can be real intense when she's not getting what she wants. So just tread careful, okay?
Will do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right.
Have
Good
a good one.
luck.
Congratulations
You too.
again.
Oh, thanks.
Hello.
Okay. All right. So you can create an aspect with that.
Okay.
Whatever you want out of there.
Jamboard.
Jump.
Let's see. What? Here we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. I'll think on that for a second.
All right, everyone. What do
All
we
right,
think
so
our
what
what do we think our next move is?
Secure place for the necklace, and then how do we think we track this guy?
I mean, if there are any like, I know this sounds strange, but if there's any like custom shoe places,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
if his thing was making shoes,
Or like some sort of, there's all bunch of like maker communities that exist around town, people who do like beekeeping and, shoemaking.
There's got to be a Facebook group for this.
Yeah.
So are we hitting the internet looking for evidence?
I think so.
well,
All right. All right. Who wants to give me a roll on that? Let's just do it at basic overcome.
I think this could be me, or I think this could be you, Megan. I think it could be my my Facebook insight, or it could be you're very crafty. You would probably know where to find these groups.
Yeah.
I would accept either of those.
Yeah, that works for me. Either,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
All right. I want to see you
Who's
do
doing
it.
it?
You do it.
Okay,
You
I'll
do it.
do it.
Best say rock paper scissors. Let's
Yeah.
see
All
it.
right. Okay, I'll do it. I'll roll. Okay, so I'll make her this.
Okay.
3.
3. Very, very nice. Yeah. That's no problem. Yeah, you
Actually,
immediately
Never
Go
mind.
ahead.
If I was gonna invoke one of my aspects, but if that's good enough, then
Yeah, you're just doing a basic overcome, so you don't have to do
Yeah.
anything
Cool,
too
cool,
fancy
cool.
with it. So here's your lead. You poke around in some of the maker communities online and that sort of thing, and you find that a couple of people have talked to this guy. He's been back and forth with a couple of locals trying to find a good shop to set up. And ultimately, he ends up, like according to the kind of thing the tracking of the sort of thing, he ended up he's at like a pretty basic shoe store, like on ABC Mart or what. That's a Japanese store. You wouldn't know that, but like a shoe store. But they have a section that's for shoe repair, and he's apparently set up there. So when you kind of like just to see like, is this the same guy? To confirm it, you're looking through the comments on the shoe store's like Yelp page, and repeatedly people are making references to this repair was like magic. I've never seen anybody who was able to. These were my grandmother's dance shoes, and he was able to like make them brand new. I could almost smell her perfume when he handed them back to me. And it's just a lot of like these really strangely sweet personal stories about somebody who basically replaces leather.
I love this guy.
Yes.
Just all around everything that you've described so far, I'm just like, yes, I'm into this.
Yes, y'all. Yes, we've got one. Yes.
We got one.
We've got one.
I was certain this was just like a chill dude, but like now, yes. Let's do this.
This does all
Yeah.
seem to check out.
To the Subaru.
To the Subaru.
To the Subaru.
Shotgun.
What? Fuck. Kim, what's your Subaru's name?
I don't have one, but you're more than welcome to name my Subaru.
Suber Stew.
Super Stew.
Sorry. It's terrible.
Super Stew drives you around.
The Subaru store in my old hometown has a cat that hangs out inside, and her name is Ruby, and it's funny because it's like Super
Oh.
Ruby.
Oh, that's so
That's
cute.
very good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's head to that store.
All right, if you could move the Jamboard to page 5,
Sure.
Oh.
I will drop you off on a street still in Palo Verde, so a nice shopping district.
Oh.
And we are, well, let's see, what do we got here? There is a lot of plant life in the area. There are not just the regular like palm trees as depicted, but like all the bushes are very like vibrant with plant life. There's a lot of flowers, a lot more flowering things than you would expect for this particular time of year. It's a little early in the season. But it's very pleasant. Like the air feels a little fresher as you guys get out of the car, park, and then try to find your way around. And it's a very quiet afternoon for as busy as the shopping district as this should be. It's a very few, like it's a few number of people that you see kind of milling about. So, you got that going for you. It's strangely quiet. Good time for taking good selfies, for example.
Nice.
Yeah, Kim and I definitely take some pictures with all the like pretty greenery.
We do.
Very, very good. Kim,
Yeah.
as you're taking pictures with all of the beautiful greenery and you're kind of like looking over how cute you guys are,
We're very cute.
could you give me an overcome for noticing something? This could be investigator. It could be a couple of other things if you want to justify it.
Sure.
There's something weird in the photo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Could I sell you on influencer? I take a lot of photos of myself, and I would notice if there was something weird because I probably would have retaken the photo.
Yes, you
Okay.
can absolutely sell me on that. I like that.
Nice.
So that is a 5.
That is a very nice roll. Okay. Yeah, kind of like strangely behind you, in and kind of like amongst the bushes, there's this really vibrant mushroom.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh, oh.
Like how big is it?
Now that did she point it out and you look
Yeah.
over?
I'm like, guys, check this out.
I don't know, about the
What?
size of a Shih Tzu.
Wow,
Whoa.
that's really big.
After she's pointed out, does anybody else see the face on the stalk?
What?
There's a face on the stalk, and I'm trying not to talk too loudly.
I'm sorry. Did I say there was one mushroom? I meant there were 6 mushrooms.
Rev,
Do they have faces too?
Rev, I'll Venmo you $10 if you try to talk to this mushroom right now.
I mean, I have to. I noticed its face. I feel like it's calling to me. So yeah, I'm gonna walk over there. And like looking at where it seems like there's eyes. Hey, this is strange. Can you hear me?
I Venmo Rev $10.
So got it. So I want to cut back a little bit from Rev there because I want to kind of look at this from the point of view of your 3 cohorts. Rev goes over and he crouches down a little bit to get on eye level with the eyes of this mushroom.
I'll take a picture of him.
Yeah, he says something, and the timing of your picture is perfect because just as you hit that shutter, the mushroom like burps out a cloud of something. It's kind of like purplish and swirling with yellow, and it just kind of like fills the air right around Rev.
Every time I
Rev,
get blasted in the face.
You do a lot.
It looks like, can I just say this? Its face looks like when Conan O'Brien thinks he's being devilish. It's like, anyway, go on.
I love this because I know it was a regular picture of a mushroom that my wife put through like just a Photoshop filter. But yes, there is a face there that was not there before. It's amazing.
Wow, this is amazing.
So there's a puff of like purplish yellow swirly stuff, and Rev, you're sinking into the sidewalk.
Oh no!
What?
No.
Okay, well, no, I mean, let me make this very clear.
Yeah.
Rev,
Uh-huh.
you're sinking into the sidewalk.
Uh-huh.
Everybody else, Rev is crouching in front of a mushroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If I learned anything from X-Men and Kitty Pryde, as soon as I start to fall through the sidewalk, I'm gonna hold my breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's
Did we see the mushroom expel any sort of
Yeah.
purple? Okay.
You saw the cloud of purple, and then Rev starts holding his breath and like flailing a little bit.
I mean, I think if we see this cloud like go over him, we don't know what it is. I would grab him by the ankles and pull him away from this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kim and I each get an ankle.
We do.
But he's
I'm
crouched, he's not-
scribbling everything down in a notebook.
Okay. Rev.
Uh-huh.
So you're sinking into the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Okay. And your friends have rushed forward to grab you to save you from sinking into the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Please tell me why
Mhm.
your character thinks that he needs to not be saved by those friends.
I think because this mushroom, like, it doesn't look mean. Like, it doesn't look like a dick. I mean, it might look like a dick, but it doesn't look like a dick. But I think it's showing me something. Like, it's showing me a secret, and so I need to go below ground to see whatever it is this mushroom is hiding.
Oh, dope. I love it. Okay. So why don't you roll me a defend action, because you're
Okay.
basically trying to sort of dodge their grabbing hands.
Yeah.
We're just each have a leg we're pulling, and he's just flailing around.
Kicking us.
Where are you?
I have to go in the ground. Leave me alone.
Still. Kim, watch your face. Watch your face. He's kicking.
4.
All right. I'm gonna say that he gets loose pretty readily. Like, you could roll attacks if you
Not
want to, but I
fair,
think it's just
no.
easier to say that like he puts up way more resistance than you were expecting.
Yeah.
So like you kind of
Yeah.
leave hold of him
Yeah.
in there.
Oh no.
So yeah, you guys let go, and he's kind of flailing on the ground.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to make myself go deeper faster.
Okay. All right. Very good. Yeah. You can see the pavement kind of rise up over you, and you can now see the vast network. Because when you see a mushroom in the wild, you know, sometimes they're just a mushroom, but usually what they are is this kind of advanced colony. And so just under the surface of the soil, all of the mushrooms are interconnected with this root or root-like thing. I don't know what the actual term is, but I'm not a mushroom expert, sorry. But all of these mushrooms are definitely like connected, all of the mushrooms in the area. And as you kind of like, as your mind expands to absorb the information of all of these mushrooms, you realize that it's a ring. It's a huge ring of these mushrooms that kind of like circle the whole block.
Okay.
And then you're just sitting on the side. Well, you're lying on your back on the sidewalk with your friends looking very confused down at you.
I think I sit up, just
Okay.
like Dracula, just.
Hey man, are you okay?
You were like you tried to kick me.
You
That's-
almost kicked him in the face.
Yeah, you almost stopped me from seeing what the mushroom was trying to show me. It's trying to
What?
teach me its secrets. There's
Rev,
a
you
whole
gotta
ring of
get
them.
you gotta get out of Burning Man, man. What's
No,
going on?
no. There's a whole ring of mushrooms. Like, I think that this might be like, I don't know if it's his defenses or what, but like, all the mushrooms are one. Yeah, like they're from a single root, and it makes a big ring around this whole shopping like plaza thing.
Like a like a fairy ring?
Like
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
around the
Tass.
whole plaza?
Yeah.
Hey, Tass. Can you roll a dodge? Can you roll a defend event?
Why
Defend.
would I want to do that?
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I want to, but why would I want to?
Why would I need to?
Because there is a mushroom closer to you than you realized.
I'm just scribbling everything they're saying, going, I don't know who to believe. But yeah, okay.
Sure.
Why you don't know what this would be? Survivor?
Yeah.
Okay. That evens me right at a 0.
Right at a 0.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so there's another poof, spore release type cloud. And Tass, there are so many bats. There are just so many bats. Swarming, dive bombing you everywhere.
Jesus Christ. Rev, stop tripping off acid with the goddamn mushrooms and help with the bats. Help with the bats.
I think seeing the purple mist, I'm like, no, Tass, you gotta accept them. They'll teach you a secret.
Kim, what is happening?
Megan, I don't know.
Embrace them. This is your Batman moment.
Megan, if I lose you, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. So just like look for
Do we
mushrooms.
run?
I don't
Do we
know.
just-
I guess I cover my face with my notebook because I don't want to get bit in the face, but I'm like, okay, I believe you.
Okay, so you're gonna try and accept the bats.
I'm going to accept the bats and their swooping danger dives.
Okay, why don't you give me an occult overcome?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If this had been me, I would have been like, yes, bad party.
Come to me, my little companion.
If it was you, they would have been coming out of you. You'd be like, oh, shooting bats into the air.
They would just come in like, I'd put on my arm so they could go hang upside down on my arm. And I'd give them a big hug.
All right, don't
Oh
terrorize Megan with bats.
my
Got it.
God, I am taking another picture of this.
Good or bad,
you could,
baby?
You could try.
Good.
Okay.
No, nice.
You said a cult overcome, right?
That's right.
That's an 8.
Hey,
This is my
yeah.
second all 4 pluses today.
Nice.
Photo.
Very, very nice.
Yes.
So the bats have human faces because, of course, they do. And
It's Batman. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
little
Man
tiny
Bat.
Batman.
Itty bitty Batman.
Batsmen. That's what
We are the night. We are the night.
Right. And
Oh my
you remember,
God.
as you were doing your research earlier, you remember a specific sketch of little, medieval-looking bats. So, like, all of the proportions are a little bit weird, but they very distinctly did have human faces. You remember this, and it was some part of fairy lore. But you weren't specifically, like, you didn't get any like real good indicator because it was just like kind of somebody's sketch in the margins or whatever. But you know that they're definitely connected to fairy lore, and they're a warning of death. Like a black dog or similar, or banshee kind of. Banshee. They give you a warning. They're not here to hurt you, but they are here to warn you of something.
Okay. Thank you, little batsmen. Thank you.
And with that, they do vanish. They disappear with the overcome roll.
Oh my God. I
told you.
yes.
What is wrong with you guys?
You guys both okay?
Have some mushroom
Not
powder.
good.
No,
that,
that's
no.
a big no from me, sir.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Go lick the mushrooms, guys. It's fine.
Let's all get bit. No.
Yeah. Why was it a bad idea when it was my thing, but suddenly this is fine?
That was
It's fine.
worms. These are visions.
I
Okay.
It's
have seen the
drugs.
light, and the light is death.
This doesn't
Oh.
sound like something I want a part of, Tass.
You need context. My
the
apologies.
open mic
So-
is next week, Tass. What are we talking about?
Oh no. Oh gosh. So So the bats had people faces, and when bats have people faces,
Okay.
they're not yet. No, they did. I'm serious. And then when they
Were they cute?
come, no, they
Exactly.
kind of were like, I don't know, kind of is just like this kind of a, kind of thing. And it was bad. It was bad, but it was quick, because but that anyway, that means that death is imminent. They're not like, hey, we're coming for you, but they're just like, hey, just so you know, all right.
There's death about.
Like,
Yeah,
like
a warning.
like for
like,
you,
check it out,
or just in general.
I don't know that.
Yeah, are they like targeted bats or area effect?
I think it is. I think it's like a zone of truth kind of situation.
Okay.
Like we're in the zone of truth, but instead of truth, it's somebody's gonna die probably.
The zone of death.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, and then we're like, we're gonna go.
Okay.
So we're gonna go.
Yeah, I don't love the idea of seeing. I like the idea of seeing bats, but I don't like the idea of seeing them with people faces.
One moment.
Yeah.
Bat fight.
Where is my sound? Sorry,
You're good.
that's the wrong speaker. Sorry, just a moment. My earphones freaked out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no
No
no.
problem.
Are you sure I can't interest either of you in some purple mist?
Lick the mushrooms.
Honestly, that sounds terrifying.
My
to me.
dare officer would be really mad at me if I did this.
Don't even get me started on the societal issues with dare.
I also have a dare officer, but it's more of just a person that dares me to do things. So actually, they would not have a problem with me doing this because it does sound very much like a dare. However,
So here's my thing.
don't.
I was writing down the reactions, and when he was tripping off acid, and I was like, "That's hilarious," and he saw something that isn't real. But when I saw my thing, it was a callback to what I had researched.
Yeah. Like you, Kim, Megan, you both know me. Like I'm not one to tell you to take a weird, stupid risk for fun. Like I'm saying that
No,
this gave us
Unless we're
insights.
recording.
Yeah.
Unless we're about to record.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like this gave us insights. Maybe it could show you something.
Oh God.
Or you could have a horrible reaction.
No. Oh.
That's true.
I'm just giving the options.
I'll do anything once. I want to approach the mushroom.
I'll do anything once. That's fantastic. So, you're gonna squat down in front of one of our little mushroom friends.
No one take a picture of this. Yes, I am.
I'll go hold her hand. Let's trip together.
Let's trip together.
I'm
don't wanna
taking a
do
selfie
this
of this moment
alone.
because it is my selfie later.
Oh yeah, all right, of course. So for those of you watching at home, make sure that you don't do any hallucinogens without an experienced person to help you out because it can be very dangerous.
Mhm.
But other than that, do whatever you got to do. So that said, you're gonna squat down in front of the magic mushroom.
I'm holding
and
Megan's hand.
you get hit with a puff.
Okay.
Holding hands. That's good. So the puff hits the two of you, and your hands meld together.
Oh
dream.
no!
Finally.
And in a moment, you become aware that you are one body,
Aw.
and that you share both flesh and spirit, and that not only is this true between the two of you, but it is very strongly true between the two of you, that this is true between all people, and that there is a connection between all souls, and that our bodies are only brief and temporary limitations to the connectiveness that is important. And just like the mushrooms share roots, all human life shares very similar connections in sort of magical silvery strands. And with this, you notice that the sort of silvery strands that connect the two of you, connect you to your friends, connect you to every stranger on the street, there is a very strong, like, rope of silver that leads into the shoe store where you were headed.
I hug Megan so hard.
Finally, fuck.
You are so beautiful. You're just You're all just inside and out, just gorgeous. I love you
I feel
so
like
much.
this is just like normal though.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like anything's changed
No.
really.
No.
Except you look like me and I look like you now. But like that's
Oh,
good.
that's the dream. Look at you. You're so beautiful.
You're so
Rev,
beautiful.
they're
You're
really
so
holding
beautiful.
hands like really hard.
Who let you look like this? Like this is amazing.
Oh.
Thank you,
Who
Mushroom.
allowed this? Thank you, Mushroom.
Oh, Rev, this
All
was such a
right.
good idea.
Right?
Can we take some home?
I don't know how that works.
Oh.
What did you learn?
Oh,
Besides that you're both beautiful.
That's
Well,
it.
we always
That's all I
knew
was
that.
paying attention to.
No.
Oh, we know the
No,
rope
wait,
thing.
hold
Okay,
on.
right, yeah. There was a rope thing, right? You see the rope?
Yeah. We're all like everyone is
We're all one.
connected and this all
It's all one.
beautiful. We're all one.
We're all
and
one.
it's so-
We're all one. We're all one in the shoe store. Really.
Yeah. So,
I'm
but
gonna help Kim off of Megan's shoulders as they're talking.
Tass,
Don't ruin this for us.
Tass, we were connected too. Oh, you're so beautiful, Tass.
Everybody.
Everybody beautiful. But
no.
we saw.
Oh no.
Shut up and let me compliment you, you gorgeous man. No, we saw a bunch of threads going into the shoe store. I feel like that was the important thing that I need
That's
to say
probably
before
what
I just
we
say
were
that I
supposed
really
to learn.
deeply appreciate all of you and for being my friends.
Yes. Agreed. I think that's what we were maybe supposed to get out of this. I
Mhm.
don't really get what it means, but it was really cool.
Yeah,
it was really beautiful.
It was really beautiful.
But like,
Okay,
yeah, like
so-
how the mushrooms are connected, we're all connected, and then we're all connected in the shoe
In the
store,
shoe store.
basically.
We're
Okay,
all
so-
connected in the shoe store.
Yeah.
So the story of our collective trips area is interconnected magic zone. Death is going to happen in this zone, and we should go into the place we plan to go into.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. I'll go into the shoe store.
Yeah.
And the effects have worn as you are headed into the shoe store, so you're not one body anymore. But
No, but I'm still
Damn it.
holding hands with Megan.
Oh,
very
for
nice.
sure.
Very nice. So it's a quiet day. There's not a lot of customers inside. If you want to move to 7,
Sure.
there's a wall of vans because there's always a wall of vans,
There you go.
and there's always stuff that's on sale. But if you kind of like walk past all of the big box ready-made shoes, there is a small counter area where it looks like it's handmade shoes. They kind of have that like Italian leather vibe to them. Long and pointy and kind of exotic, I guess, to an American eye. And there's a very tall, red-headed man with a great big bushy beard sitting behind the counter. He is stitching a seam on a shoe.
Ewan?
Oh God. Yeah, what do you need?
Can I ask why the oh god? Are you expecting something?
Well, not a lot of people come in here looking for me by name.
Totally fair.
Names can be very powerful, I hope you know.
I think for a moment, like I turned back to the rest of the group. Are we just telling him?
I think we should just be honest.
I think so. Yeah, we're investigators that have not been infected with parasites at all recently.
Yes.
We're very good at what we do.
Oh boy.
Somebody else, please go.
We are supposed to look into you. We were supposed to get information on you, but I think we've kind of realized that maybe that's not the best thing we should have been doing. And so I guess we're here to kind of get some more information and to maybe give you a heads up.
Oh God, Nicole hired you, didn't she?
Yeah.
She
Uh-huh.
did.
Yeah. And she gave us a necklace. It's super magical. And I didn't bring it because I didn't know what it did. We kind of had this fear that it might affect you negatively.
She really wanted us to give it to you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that if I don't know what it does.
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you what it does unless I see it.
I mean, I could draw it for you. It's silver and it looks like this, and I'll just sketch out the knot.
It's just an old necklace of mine.
Oh,
Okay, was it magical when you had it?
He sets the shoe down and he kind of folds his hands over, into his lap, and he leans forward a little bit in his little rinky-dink chair. It's hard to say. My people are wont to leave a bit of radiation where we pass, so to speak.
A bit.
Your people,
My people.
leprechauns.
If you got to use such vulgar terms, fine.
What do you
Yes.
prefer, Tass?
I'm marking it down.
Well, just hold on. What do you prefer?
It's not a word that would mean anything to you, or really even be pronounceable by you.
What would you prefer we say, if we were to say anything at all?
Fine. I'm one of the fair folk.
Okay.
Okay. I look at Tass. Write that down.
I'm just writing Ewan.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, maybe don't. He just
Maybe
said
don't.
Yeah,
names
he
are
just said names
powerful.
are powerful. That's literally what he wanted to be referred to.
Okay. When you were, what was the nature of Nicole? She's saying that you guys dated for a while. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I guess. We got on fine. She's got a good eye for beer, I would say. And we had fun from time to time when she got her head out of her ass. Pardon my language, ladies.
Shit,
My
man. I
kid
don't
and I
care.
are like, I don't fucking care.
Do you have any idea why she would want us to prove that you're one of the fair folk?
Because she's got an ego like you wouldn't believe, and the fact that I wouldn't tell her drove her crazy. So I wouldn't tell her.
That's pretty
Okay.
cool.
There's a certain kind of woman that's more exciting when she's angry.
There.
Oh.
Ah. Uh-huh.
Try not to judge me too harshly.
No.
No
No.
judgment.
No.
Nope.
Is that your mushroom outside?
I'm sorry.
There's a mushroom outside that
A bunch of 'em.
sprayed us. Yeah, a bunch of them that sprayed us with like spores and gave us visions.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. It's not anything we do consciously, but fairy rings happen.
I saw the people face death bats. Just thought I'd get that
Oh.
out there. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you're in some trouble.
Oh no, am I specifically in trouble because I saw them?
Yeah, we weren't sure if it was like personal attack bats or area effect bats, just like someone here.
I don't know what you mean.
Tass seeing the bats, was that specifically a portent of death for him or just death in general?
General warning.
I don't know. Had you ever seen them before?
Just in books.
Did you recently see them in books?
Yeah.
Okay, well then probably your brain just brought it up because you were tripping balls.
Shit.
Oh, Megan, does that mean that you and I saw our vision just because we love each other so much?
I'm pretty sure just tapped into like how we feel about each other since we were holding hands already. That sounds like what? But what does that have to do with connecting to the shoe store? I wasn't.
We
feeling
did know we have to go to the shoe store.
I guess I
Yeah.
didn't feel particularly into it, but
Yeah.
Sometimes these mushrooms, they show you what you need to see, and sometimes they show you what you want to see. It's hard to tell which.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it could still be man-faced death bats.
Could still be man-faced death bats, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then we have a necklace for you that I super did not bring because I didn't know if it might be like a trap or something.
Did we leave it in
but
the
I
It was very
will.
kind of you.
What's that?
Did we leave it in the Subaru? Or did we leave it back at our place?
Did you?
I probably would have left it back at our place. As much as I'd like to say it's in the Subaru, unless someone else would have been like, no, let's take it along just in case.
I mean, I feel like there would have been an argument to be made of like knowing where it is, since it's like
That's
kind
fair.
of the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, since we kind of live in. Yeah, that's fair. It could be in the car.
Okay. Oh, I still don't feel great about giving it to you, though. Did Nicole, was she into magic stuff? I heard from some PAs that she kind of freaked them out a little bit with some spooky.
Oh yeah, she's a sorceress. That's right.
Okay, sure. All right.
Oh,
Awesome.
why does she want money from you so bad?
It's not money per se. Okay. In her defense, I did kind of lead her on a little bit with what I may or may not have been because, like I said, it was really hot. But a lot of people have some weird ideas about what the Fae folk are and aren't. And I think she heard that whole, oh, leprechauns, pot of gold, top of the morning to you nonsense. And it got real stuck in her craw. And she doesn't like to be wrong. So it had to be true. And then I didn't really like give her much one way or the other. It's, I was kind of a jerk.
So you knowing, saying aloud that she is a sorceress, do you have any hesitation to me giving you this item that she's had for quite a while of yours that is very magical? Not like I don't think it's just like partial radiation magic.
When you put it that way, yeah, maybe I'm a little anxious about it. Sorcerers can do a lot of bad shit if they get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too. Please.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I'm suddenly paranoid because on top of that, in just a little research, and there's the kind of the tales of if you catch a person like you, that means something and could potentially force you to do something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason she had me move over here to the States is because she thought that might count as catching me.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't?
Well, I left, so no.
Right.
Yeah, and neither did
Huh.
catching you in a relationship.
Right. Maybe she should have put a ring on it if she was so goddamn obsessed. But
Oh.
Would that have done it?
I'm going to tell you my own personal weakness.
Okay. I thought maybe. I'm just saying. Okay, so here's the thing. She's kind of got it in her head that she wants to do this like lifestyle vlog thing, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Right. So I kind of talked to the guy who got her set up with this, and he seems to think that like she doesn't even know if she really wants to do it, but like she thinks she does, and so she's like willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Is this something that like she could be trying to get you this necklace to like rope you into helping her with that?
That would make perfect sense to me. See, back in London, the sorcerers are supposed to keep secret. It's a whole conspiracy of silence. San Gennaro, it's not the case. I think they told her, you can't be on social media and be a sorcerer in London. And she said, well, fuck you guys. And she hopped over the pond.
Is that what she's wanting to advertise here, that she's a sorceress? She hasn't said that to us. That was very much news that we had to discover on our own.
Well, she wouldn't go advertising it to you, then she might start overestimating her instead of underestimating her, which is what she likes.
Yeah.
God, she did good at that. She did real good.
Yeah.
Hey, she had me fooled too.
I mean, even then, like we could
600
tell.
years old, still falling for idiots like this.
Yeah, I mean, even with what she had said, it was pretty obvious to us that she was trying to get this to you for some alternative reason. I can't really imagine what we would have underestimated of her. You know what? And I look at everyone kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I still don't understand, like, if there's something else at play here that she's trying to achieve that she thought we would overlook.
I mean, I guess I don't want to speak for everyone on this app, but I assume that she would hope we would overlook her side of the story. Like, this should be a simple win. Like, oh, prove that this person is something, get paid, drop off this envelope.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe she
She
underestimated how much we were willing to not get paid.
Yeah.
She tends to look at anybody who's not a sorcerer like they're monkeys who very cleverly figured out some basic tools.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who wants to give me an overcome to notice something?
Ooh.
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
Absolutely.
go for it.
Just because I think I'm standing here trying to figure out, like, what the hell do we do now about this? and I'm
Yep.
just kind of scanning the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this will the investigator. Like what kind of how do
Yeah.
I want to ask this question? Like, is it noticing something that's natural, supernatural?
Yeah. Why don't you give me actually specifically? Why don't you give me survivor?
Okay, then 5.
5. Very,
Nice.
very nice.
Good.
Do you remember I described you guys kind of came into this very quiet part of the shopping district, and it was very sunny. All of the
Mhm.
plant life was very vibrant and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
The sky outside is now a slate gray. There are storm clouds rolling in at an incredible pace. Suddenly, it's almost like it's night outside. That's how dark it got that quickly.
How familiar are you with magic spells that sorceresses can do? Ewan?
Not too familiar.
Do you imagine it would be possible to maybe like put a tracking spell on a necklace as opposed to something that would capture someone? Because then I point out the window.
Everybody turns and looks.
Yeah.
What time is
Man face death bats.
it?
Yeah, there's a couple of arcs of lightning kind of crack through the sky and hit the ground, and you see the Ewan kind of winces, and specifically, they are hitting some of the mushrooms.
Ewan, run. Run.
Where? I don't know where she is.
She's destroying the ring right now.
And as you say that, the windows crash in with a sudden downpour of rain and lightning. And I know it's a little bit early, but I'm actually going to cut there.
Yeah, totally fair.
Okay. Oh my
Ah.
god.
That was
And
excellent.
go ahead.
Ooh, I just said that was excellent. That was very
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
I have to say, Filamena, you are setting an amazingly, wonderfully, beautifully high bar for our first story in this
Yeah.
series.
For sure.
All right, everybody, get to my level. Let's go. Come on. No, I'm sure they'll all be incredible, and I can't wait to watch the rest.
This is so good.
All right, and so the other thing that I wanted to break early is because I wanted to do a little bit of bookkeeping and kind of explain kind of character advancement as we go here.
Okay.
So you guys have been getting selfies with each episode as we've closed, and they are fun for callbacks and kind of like feeling out where you've been before, and it's just a very fun millennial reference to make. But we actually have classifications of these selfies. So the average one that you get every week is, I think we call them a big deal. No, I'm getting the terminology wrong. But so the basic one is just there for you to call back to, invoke, and add to scenes. The next level up, which is what I'm going to give you this time, and I believe these are called big fucking deals. That's right. So it will, you can look between sessions, but it will give you your characters an opportunity to change some things up. Including each of you can add 1 skill point to one of your skills. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So one of your skills can get boosted up a little bit between game sessions here.
Nice.
And for the sake of things, because I'm not doing like full seasons or anything like that, but Kim, your consequence, you can erase that now.
Hey, okay, thank you.
Yeah. No problem. So do you guys have any ideas on your aspects or your selfies for next week?
I think mine is like I said, it's taking a picture in front of the two of them, going down in front of the mushroom, and I don't ask you to do something weird unless it's logical. Like I'm trying to think of there's a better phrase for that. There's a method to the madness.
I'm not
There's a
just
method to the
fucking
madness.
with you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's
Either
good.
way, I like that. I like that very much. Okay. Anybody else have one that they're thinking of right off the top of their head?
No.
I think this was a lovely, albeit slightly heightened example of how I just can't talk to new people. So I think mine is a selfie of myself slightly put out, realizing what I've said. And instead of away with words, it's away with words.
Oh, away
Very
with
good.
worms.
Away with worms.
Away with worms.
No.
Um,
No, Kim has a way with worms.
Yeah.
Tass.
Stop it.
What have I said?
Stop.
I think alternatively, I feel like I kind of had the opposite this week with having a way with words with people that I've never met before,
Yeah.
and kind of being able to like pick up on what I think they would like to hear, or phrasing things in a way that I think people will be likely to open up to me. So I think that's what I'm going with. I think I'm going to call it a people pleaser.
There you go. I think that shot's definitely you and Ben crouched together taking the picture because he was totally down with it. Yeah.
I hope he calls. I want that job. That's like a dream producer right there.
I
want that.
feel like my selfie has to be I have an arm around Megan and I'm kissing her cheek and it just says work wives.
Yes.
Nice.
I love it.
Beautiful. Very, very good. Did you guys have any questions about anything that's been running so far? Just mechanical questions or anything like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
All right. Well, that's good. Either I'm doing a
Very
great job
smooth.
or a terrible job. Yeah.
No, you're doing great.
Very smooth.
All right. Well, then with that in mind, I guess I can kind of hand it back over to you, Rev.
All right. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us for the Omniverse Chronicles iHunt. This is episode 3. If you have not seen the first 2 episodes, if for some reason you're like to jump in the middle of the story, you can head over to our YouTube page to find the others. Or if you're coming in late, you can watch it here on Twitch or on YouTube after Thursday. What are you all doing on Thursday? Speaking of Thursday, what does Mystery Detectives have in store?
Thursday, we are finishing the second half of Shadow at Water's Edge, Nancy Drew PC games for Mystery Detectives that Kim and I do every Thursday. So we were doing one game kind of a night, and that kind of caught into the
games got longer and more complex, so we got to split them in half.
We split them in half. So we did the first half last week. This week is the second half. The theme is carrying over again. It's Japanese foods and snacks. We had just a plethora of treats last time. I ate literally everything I bought, so I have to go restock before next Thursday, or before this Thursday. But if you would like to join us, like, people had a great time with ordering sushi and making different bowls of like delicious food and sharing them in crit picks. So please join us again for that. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so that's gonna be.
What was your favorite snack?
Ooh.
Oh boy, I think it was the peach gummies. That was very, very good.
Ooh.
Yes, and then I had a like a matcha milk tea that was very tasty as well.
I suddenly can't stop thinking about from Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby's prune candy commercial, and
these were
all I want now.
Gummy candies, the peach gummies that I had. They were very, very good. And then, so since we've split these games in half, we're thinking that this one is probably going to take up our full-time slot. But the splitting games in half was kind of an overflow of if the games went longer than like kind of the 3-hour mark. So I don't know if it'll happen this time, but if we happen to finish the stream early, we might jump into playing some Cuphead again. So we'll see what happens.
Maybe.
Nice.
So that's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, we're going to be back with episode 4 of the Omniverse Chronicles iHunt, Monday, March 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Woo.
So now I got to run through some thank yous. Thank you to our subscribers, Josh, Lore Merchant, who's celebrating 9 months, and Tuesday Morning. Who could that be? Surprise, it's me. But I'm celebrating a year of subscribing to this channel. Gift subs from I Am T-Rex and Sabai, who said that they were going to give gift subs if Rev talked to the mushroom. Let's see. And thank you to our bits donators, Jax, who gave 200 bits saying happy birthday, and Carrie, who gave 1,000 bits to go towards the Kim and Big Jim worm cure Kickstarter. We did it. We found a cure.
Oh, so good.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
And I think lastly, for those of you who are here or listening in the near future, on the 8th episode, during episode 8, our final installment of iHunt, we will be doing a drawing. You'll come into the chat. While you're there, we'll pick a word that you can enter, and it will automatically enter you to the chat. At the end, we'll pick a winner, and the winner is going to get a whole bunch of iHunt swag, including a full book, a player's book, a notepad.
Look at that
Look at that book.
It's
Oh.
shiny.
Ooh, it's
Look
sexy.
at that book.
I don't know if
So
you can see
pretty.
the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible.
So yeah, there is some wonderful booty to be won on the final installment of iHunt. So yeah, everybody waggled eyebrows. It was good in unison. So thank you for joining us on the Omniverse Chronicles. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Oops, I still have to. There we go.